am in this precipice of a moment where multifaceted converge upon one. I'm looking at the television for the nightly news, and in its repertoire or its regurgitative or whatever the producers and executives put together for some semblance of intelligence message to the couch potato level of completely left out, like last resort, last line of defense, I don't know. In it comes a commercial for the Broadway, like not only was it a Disney movie in the 1990s, the picture I put up today that I just randomly pulled off the MaxiPad internet was the genie's body, which had the voice of Robin Williams originally. And it looked like it has the boot or the foot or the Latin America continent inside the squiggle marks. And then it looks like not the Yucatan Peninsula, but whatever attaches South and North America in Central America, whatever that landmass is called. Because it's not necessarily of land, it's multifaceted, but whatever. So there's a commercial of what they actually do on Broadway as a visualization, because I think it was taken from, or it was taken out of context of the context, which is some biblical, metaphorical reference of a landmass of people or whatever, and this great invasion. Again, it's parallel for parasite. I mean, it's a parasitic infection at this point, but they make theatrical delight of it. They send whatever of themselves all over the place. Then there's something on the news tonight about this Clarence Thomas and Ginny Thomas thing, and January 6th in Supreme Court. Just so happens to be the number 16, which is the year that I got hit really bad with a like almost convoy style multifaceted cybergenics attack. And I have a feeling that that's what the headline has something to do about, but there's an inner circle fight on top of this Sweet 16 with the college football with St. Peter's, which has a very dark look to the team. It looks very Lloyd Austin-ish for St. Petersburg. Which then now I realize Lloyd Harbor was a strictly genetically eugenic element of chemistry. I think they got one through, it depends on what year it was, but Craigler's class was strictly the way that the Dutch required for neat and tidy Amish, like cleanliness of whatever, with several different home origin, whatever. So this is what the commercial looks like.
It's time to get your wish on at the hit musical.
Your wish on, right? Because their whole thing is that you keep rubbing this bottle of this magical ghost whisper type smoke effigy, and then this magical body comes out and grants you whatever wishes you want, which is a really dark interpretation of other things.
Go Aladdin, your Broadway wish is granted. And now is the perfect time to escape.
It's only brown people inside this storyline. There's supposedly a princess, but she doesn't want to be a princess, so she comes out into like the regular area, pretends to be like one of the regular people. I don't know, New York, I got something calling itself a fake king.
To a whole new world of Broadway magic. That's what I call bringing down the house. Get your tickets today. We've all been changed by COVID. We've all had loss of routine, plans, connections.
I don't really know what a peacock is supposed to be to like the average couch potato. I guess it depends on the genealogy you come from, if it has symbolic meaning or not, and at times it has more for me than others. But I know there's also a love story told somewhere over where, I don't know where the Taj Mahal is, but I've heard a reference of a story about a bird and some kind of incredible love, and a man who built some incredible building for the woman that he loved more than anything. And then I've got in my Rus Aja, or my field of view, this NCAA thing, but I don't watch, like, that's a Wally Zerbiak question, because, like, he'd be my go-to hometown hero. I don't know anything about basketball, but he speaks basketball, so maybe he would know.
Once again tonight in a super fantastic run.
Being the underdogs and being doubted is what we thrive off of, and we're just trying to keep that mindset and keep on doing what we're doing.
Because these are not my hometown heroes. First of all, they're in New Jersey, but second of all, I don't know any of these people. I mean, not that I really know Wally either, but at least he was perfectly positioned and placed to where I was when I was safe and kind of sort of, and I was growing up.
Enjoy the ride, understand who we are and where we are, and continue to keep working hard.
Of course.
Before all this happened, because there was none of this. There was none of that where I grew up. I think we had one. Her name was Miron. She was the preacher's kid. She came for like 1 year and then she was gone. Same thing, I think Scott Kim, although I think they let him stay a little longer for I don't know what reason. And this was going on.
Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas, after news that his wife, Virginia Thomas, texted the Trump White House urging efforts to overturn Joe Biden's victory. And these new questions after Justice Thomas was the only justice who voted against releasing White House records related to the January 6th attack.
January 6th, that is the number 16. There is some Sweet 16 Peacock thing going on now in year 2022. Not quite sure how it's related, but the crime was already committed in 2016 against my person for cyborg purposes. I'll confirm that.
Here's John Carl.
Justice Clarence Thomas is facing tough questions about the alarming messages his wife Ginny sent to then White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows in the days after the 2020 presidential election. The messages urged extreme measures to overturn the results, calling Biden's victory, quote, the greatest heist of our history. In one message obtained by the January 6th committee, Ginny Thomas wrote, quote, make a plan, release the Kraken, and save us from the left taking America down. The messages are under particular scrutiny because at the time, President Trump was openly talking about taking his case to the Supreme Court.
We'll be going to the U.S. Supreme Court. It's going to end up perhaps at the highest court in the land. Hopefully they will do what's right.
It's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole Cattaruzza. So now, I don't know, you've got a mixed pearl problem seated in the Supreme Court, and you have a Joe Biden in the executive branch. And it is regarding one of the family members that need to be in a neat and tidy eugenics situation. And there have been leaks along the way, but now imminent attack against someone, one of the children of the White House, is on the horizon. What do you do? Because I'll tell you what happened. They let me get attacked. They knew it was coming, and they did nothing to prevent it from what I can see. But I see a whole lot of fighting now going on, and now it almost seems like it's whose word against whom. And who are they protecting in this entire dance where only the children get hurt? It's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza. It's Earth, solar system, Milky Way, universe, galaxies, broken, it's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361. And I'm sorry for those that made the Times magazine cover. I never had a subscription. I didn't know that a subscription to Time magazine was so important. If someone would have gotten that message through to me, I would have paid for that subscription if it meant that it would have come in time to thwart all of the pain that I had to suffer and endure based on a couple of really bad political games.